think I've always known, even if the show didn't end, there was going to be time for me to move on, and I think more than anything, there's nothing lasts forever. So I've always known that there'll come a point in my life where I have to say goodbye to the character. And now, obviously, it happened in goodbye to the character and goodbye to the show. Yeah, so I think more than anything, I understand why so many people were worried about me. Go Twitter, they were praying for me. Oh, we hope you're okay. I'm fine. I think, like I said, I'm also one person who's not attached to things. I've learned that few years ago that nothing is mine. I just came here to do what I did, and I did my best, and now it's time to say goodbye. And I think, like you said, I'm the longest, but when I got you, I didn't even think I would be here years, 12 years later. But, the viewers loved the character, the writers enjoyed me, and they wrote more for me. And years later, Dintle became CEO of NFH, and she became the center of the story. And for me, I will never, ever forget this moment ever in my life. So obviously it was not, I'm not going to say it was, oh, we're fine, oh, it was not nice, it was sad. And I could see even with our bosses when they broke the news to us, they also were very sad because they have so many people under their payroll, and things are bad, the economy is bad. So it means that people are losing their jobs, and that's serious and sad. I really literally, it's not a joke, I grew up here. When I got here, I didn't have a child. When I got here, it was the year I got married. So everything, all the milestones, all the ups and the downs, all the failures, all the achievements, they happened while I was walking on this journey with Dintle. So many things, when they were happening to her, they were also happening to me, but in a different way. So I got a chance to grow with her. I got a chance to understand that the older you get, the less judgmental you become. As an actor, you learn to understand that you have to be less judgmental. When we're young, we used to say, nah, woo, it's wrong, but no, look at us. You know what I mean? Life is happening and life is lifing. But what I like about Scandal, they've allowed me of giving me grace to do other things outside. So leaving and coming back has also helped me to build relationships outside, has also helped me to be able to realize that I can play other people. Because when you are an actor and you've been on one place for long, you worry that you might not be able. I still get nervous when I go to auditions because I'm like, I don't want them to see even hanyane fela energy ya Dintle, because I've been playing her for so long. But one thing that I've learned is that I'll be fine. I've worked very hard, I've saved enough, and my businesses are doing well. And I think that's why I always say to young people, never ever take this job as one thing. Try to make other things while you're still hot. So I think I've learned that fame will never give me the money I want, but it has given me favor to be able to get money somewhere else. I've never lied and said, yo, I'm living this best life. No, I always make a joke and say, "Bophelo ke ambulance. Skhala zihamba. Nke ambulance mayahamba to wee but iyahamba." That's how I see my life. Or like a kala la go le botlhoko, ke tsakella ke tsamaye. So the podcast has helped me to, to be like, it's fine, man. Somizi is very much successful, and he makes fun of how his English is not great, and people love Somizi because of his authentic. And I know that people love me because I make fun of myself sometimes and other things in serious situations. And I was like, no, man, let me just do it. Let me start this podcast. And the English I was worried about, like the professionals. I want to worry Dr. Mama, the pediatrician. It's like, oh, God, what are you saying, my sister? But I do ask, what is the gut? Where is the gut in the body? And that way, someone, and I have my audience has an audience, is everyone. That's why most of my content, I would see something on TikTok, I would send them a DM. Would you like to come to most of my guests who are not in the limelight, I got them from TikTok. Where someone is sharing their stories about their child suffering from autism. I'm like, this is a person who is relatable. She's not staying somewhere in Santon. She's not famous. She's going through something that everybody can experience. There was a point in my life where I was comparing myself to certain people. Oh no, but they got in the industry the same time as me. Why am I not where they are? And then I remembered, I'm not them. And then I remembered, they have their own story and I have my own story. And I remembered that my journey has always been different since I was young. I don't know if I'm making sense. I want this, it happens. I will get it, but it takes time. And I've noticed that at a very young age, where yes, what I want wants me, but I know it's gonna be a journey. But when I get there, it's gonna be fine. It took time for me to be a hero scandal. I came to so many auditions and I didn't get them. And I got to understand, besides the talent, there's other things. It was not my time. But now, I can feel it when it's my time. My mom is the reason why I am who I am today. She raised me as a single mom with nothing. And she really truly believed in me. My mom is old and she's not a young mom, she's an old mom. So when I used to go and perform, she would come and watch me, and she saw that I really do love acting. And when I told her that I want to be an actress, I don't even remember her asking me, am I sure? What is that? She knew, because when every time we watched backstage together, she would hear, yo, one day, actor. How? I don't know, because I mean, poor woman was thinking about food. What are we gonna eat? Actor. And then, when we approached the teacher, and when the teacher offered to help me, I do not know how to share my story or to talk about my success without talking about that man. He is not my brother. He is not my cousin. He is just a teacher who believed in me, and he knew. And I think that also helped me to be very disciplined. When I got to Joburg, every time I'll be tempted to go out and party, I'll remember, oh, there's two people that I need to make proud, my mom and Date Papani. So I'm grateful for them. And every time that Papa and I go home, and I don't even know, like I don't know, every time I see you win, that's you thanking me. And every time I see him, I remember when he was sitting on my mom's couch and I was sitting on the other couch. And I wanted to cry because I was very close to begging him, because I thought maybe he's going to say no. And I was ready to tell him, please. And we told him that we are applying for a student loan, and a student loan needs a surety. Nobody wanted to be my surety. It's not like he's the first person I went to. I started in my family. Some of them were like, and I understand. Now that I'm older, I understand the risk of becoming a surety. No. What if she gets there and she becomes pregnant? What if she doesn't pass? It's going to be my responsibility. What if this and that? And I was like, I didn't understand then because I was young. And when I asked him, he didn't even say no. He said, yes, I'll help. I'll assist.
No questions
asked. And that's when I realized that God works through people. And even in this crazy world that we live in, there are good people out there. And he also helped me to help other people. There are people that I help with their school fees where I can, people that I assist privately without announcing to the world. And I think I got that because I was helped by a stranger. And when it comes to acting, I'm just gonna be honest. I'll just continue going to auditions. I'm not gonna sit and say, yo, go. I think our industry will always find a way to humble you, to remember that sonke sifuna umsebenzi. So I will continue to go to auditions. Whichever character that lands on me that I like, I'll definitely take it. But I think for me, I'm more excited for owning my time. The tongue is powerful. I've spoken about how I wish one day I could own my time to be able to fully run my businesses without half in, half out. Because I've been half in, half out because you know how it is. Being on set full time takes too much of your time. So I can't wait to see what character is next. And I'll continue to go to auditions, but I think I'm more excited for my business, for my podcast, for my business. There's another one that's coming. I'll tell you about it. And also just spending time with my daughter. If I would be a mom again, that child is gonna be like you, because I would have been being able to manage time. Because when Nema came, I was not very young, but I was still young, and I was very hungry to do this and that and that. But I've realized now that now that I'm older, I would do it differently. Yeah.